There's always going to be that missing piece that we've literally normalized cheating hours. I'm like, girl, you are beautiful. Like, it's self-love for me. So welcome and welcome back, family, to The Way, the Truth, and the Life, where we share God's word, glorify God, and encourage everyone else to give their life to Christ. My name is Glory. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing good. So 2020 is almost over, and a lot of us, we are all happy that 2020 is almost over because it has been a very, very rough year. But there has been some good within this year. And so today I want to talk to you guys about stuff that I have learned from 2020, and you guys have probably learned the same things. If you have, let me know in the comments. But this is just gonna be what 2020 has taught me personally and like within society and etc. Throughout my situations in 2020, I've just written down stuff that I have learned. I'm pretty forgetful. I don't want to say it, but yeah, I'm pretty forgetful. So I like to write things down because if I know I'm going to do something like this, I don't want to forget that very important point that I want to say. So yeah, to prevent me from forgetting, I just write stuff down on this is my YouTube book. I'm going to be looking off this. So this is where I wrote it on. And yeah, so let us get into this video, guys. It's not really in order, but the first point that I learned that 2020 has taught me was that we need to have a relationship with God before we have them with anyone else. I understood, like this year really taught me that. I know, like I kind of already knew this before, but like this year kind of like sunk in, because if you don't have a relationship with God, then you won't be able to find it with anyone else. Like you might have it with someone else, but there's always going to be that missing piece. We all want to be with someone, but at the same time we need to learn to be alone. When we're not comfortable with being alone, then we won't be comfortable or as comfortable as we want to be when we're with someone else. Like it may seem like yeah, I'll be fine like when I'm with someone else, but in the inside you'll always feel like there's something missing. Like the Bible says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your path straight. So you get the gist, right? When you trust God and you don't lean on your own understanding, that your path will be straight, meaning like regardless of where you go, even though you may face difficult times, your path is still going to be straight because you trusted God and you had faith in God. Therefore, you don't need to worry about anything. Like you're just going to be at peace. Like the second point that I learned, this is kind of like a personal thing. It's been like bothering me. So I've been trying to like blow up on all these social medias, and it's been kind of tough on your girl. So I understood that, like, so whenever I see people, like whether they're really young or they're older than me or like the same age, I would always like compare myself, like not anymore, but like before, beginning of the year till like 2019 and like beginning of 2020, I would always like beat myself up and like get down on myself because I'm not where this other person is. Like it could be oh my gosh, pause. Do you guys see all these little girls and these little girls that are now dressing better than majority of the girls on Instagram? Like what? I'm so jealous, and like they have more followers than me. So that kind of stuff like used to like bring me down, and I'd be like, wow, that is actually crazy. But no, they're actually so cute, and like I don't even care like that anymore. Some of them are doing a bit too much, so it's not my place. But yeah, just wanted to point that out. Like stuff like that would bring me down, and it'd be just like, look where she is and look where I am. Like I used to compare myself a lot, and it was not good for my mental health. But I understood that things always come to me late. So like things like blowing up on TikTok, being famous, being a pro athlete, etc. I have to understand to be patient, but I also realized that some people get it at a sooner time or at an earlier age. So like mentioning with the young baby bloggers that are like 2, 3, 4 years old that are blowing up on Instagram or TikTok, like all these people that are blowing up on all these social medias, and I'm just like, when is my turn? But I've learned to be patient and to you know, be happy for them, because I know that my time is coming, and I know that if it hasn't happened for me yet, that it's going to happen, that my God is greater, that he obviously has bigger and better plans for me, and I just need to be patient and be still and wait for my timing and just be happy like in the moment, because I still like the stuff that I do, the stuff that I post. So I need to be happy and content with where I am. And then the third thing that I learned was that you cannot please everyone. Someone will always have a problem with what you do or what you say, and this is so true. There is always gonna be a Karen. There is always gonna be a Bob. There is always gonna be somebody out there who has a problem with what you're saying. Like, my channel is all about God, faith, and lifestyle. I know that as I grow, I know there's always gonna be there's gonna be that one person who doesn't agree with the things that I say or the things that I do. If you're like me, you have something on your mind, you want to pursue something, you want to do something, don't worry about what people are gonna think, what people are gonna do. Because when I started this YouTube, I always thought what this person would think, what this person would say, or how they would react with me in person, knowing that this is what I did on the side. Now I've started to like really not think or even care about what other people would say. I just post it. I just post things to post. I don't think about anyone's feelings or anyone's thoughts or anyone's opinions but God's. My next point is that there's no such thing as relationship goals. Okay, wait, let me take that back, because there is, but not in society, not where we want there to be, like all these social media couples. Like, I literally had faith in some of these couples. Like, I was one of those not fangirls, but like, I'm all for couples. Like, I love all these couple channels, but if every single one of them is just gonna keep cheating, then don't even put your expectations on there. Your only relationship goals should be within your household, within your parents. Like, if your mom and dad has a great marriage, then that's who you should be calling relationship goals. Like, for me, my parents are my goals. Like, that is how me and my man is gonna be, or even better. I just feel like in society there needs to be better role models out there, because everyone's just like, love is dead, what is love? Everyone's just cheating. Like, we've literally normalized cheating that it's not even funny anymore. Like, it's really not funny, and like, people are just like, oh, he cheated, it's whatever. It's not whatever. Cheating is a big issue. God does not condone cheating. God does not condone divorce. Divorce should not be something that we all need to get used to, because it's not healthy. It's not good for the individual, the family. The next point is, when we ask God for something, he doesn't just give it to us. He gives us the opportunity to improve in that area. When we ask God, to help us get a job, he's not gonna just present a job to us. As we're job searching, he's gonna like guide us to different areas. He's going to take us to different websites or different locations to help us find that perfect job for us, or that job that we need, or that job that's hiring. He's not just gonna be like, here, this is for you. He's gonna give us opportunities. So when you ask God for something and you don't get it, don't be upset, because you're probably not, doing your part. When we ask God for something, we have to also do our part. He's not just gonna give it to you. I keep repeating the same thing, but it's pretty just straightforward. The next point is destination addiction. So this is the kind of mindset I had before 2020, or like beginning of 2020. I had the mindset that I would be happy in the next place when I get this job, in the next relationship. So I had this mentality that it was basically like I wasn't fully content. Like, I was content, but I knew that I would be happier if I was in a relationship, or I knew that I would be happier if I had my dream job, or I knew that I would be happier if I was living in the US, like somewhere in the US. So, because you need to be happier where you are now, and eventually you will be even happier in your next destination, in your next relationship, in your next job, whatever the case may be. You have to give up the idea that happiness is somewhere else. If you don't, then it will never be where you are. The last point is expect the unexpected. COVID literally came out of nowhere. Nobody expected it. Nobody knew it was gonna happen, when, where, all of that. This is kind of like the second coming, if you think of it. We're not gonna know when it's coming. We're not gonna know how it's gonna go. We're not gonna know like where we're gonna be. So we have to prepare. We have to be prepared. We always have to be ready for what's next. We have to have a plan B, because when we don't, stuff like this is going to happen. We're not going to be ready. We're not going to know what to do. Like, COVID really messed up a lot of industries. For me, I'm in the sports industry, and it's really messed it up. So it's hard for me now to find an internship or to find, it's having me worry about the future or how it's going to look like. But I trust God has a plan, because even though we did not see this coming, God knew that this was going to happen. God tells us to prepare it during all situations. And like, even though we didn't want it, this is all part of God's plan. He knows what's next. He's going to, obviously, he's an almighty, all-knowing, all-powerful God. He does wonders, miracles. He's a God of miracles. We need to start praying about these things, and we also need to ask him to come into these situations and do what he does best, which is perform miracles and do wonderful things. We don't know where COVID is going or how long it's gonna be. We don't know what 2021 is gonna be like. So we need to be ready for it before it even comes. We need to be alert, like, what's it called? In the Bible, it says to be clear and sober-minded, for the devil is prowling around like a roaring lion, waiting to devour you. So if we're not ready, if we're not clear, if we're not sober-minded, then he's going to attack us, and he's going to devour us and like this. So yeah, guys, stay alert, stay in the word, stay prayed up, and trust in God. Like, I just thought of this off my head, but like 2020, it really taught me. It didn't really teach me, but like, it really showed me how amazing my family and how amazing my friends are, because 2020 was terrible in so many other ways, but I feel like a lot of us have accomplished so many things. A lot of people had the best birthdays in 2020. A lot of people had launched their businesses. A lot of people had done so many things personally that may not be like public. There were so many surprise birthday parties. I mean, I didn't get one, but it's all good. I didn't get one because my birthday's in March, and that's when like the beginning of COVID was happening. So like, what the heck were we supposed to do then? Nothing. But yeah, I know a lot of people who had celebrated their birthdays in the best way possible. They said it was the best birthdays. And I know a lot of people who had launched their first business or just did something like that they've always wanted to do, and COVID really helped them step out of their box and do that. So congratulations to you if you've done that, and I hope you guys flourish with your businesses, and I hope you guys flourish in your careers as well. But yeah, I literally just went off topic. Yeah, but yeah, for me, I personally, it has really brought me and my family together, and it has got me and my friends closer as well. And yeah, I just thank God and COVID for that, because I don't think we would have, like, we probably would have gone closer, but it probably would have been like next year or like in a different way, you know what I mean? Last thing that I learned off the top of my head was to love yourself. I mean, that should be an everyday thing, an everyday thing. But I don't know, this year I really learned, or I really gotten a chance to love myself, like on a deeper level. Like, I will stare at myself for hours. I'm like, girl, you are beautiful. Like, it's self-love for me. But no, on a serious note, no one's got you like you got yourself. I mean, God's got us like max, like no doubt, but like regardless of who's there around you, just remember that there's only one of you. There's only one version, one copy of you. So you have to learn to love it, because God created you the way you are. God made you. He created you. Yeah, in Genesis 1:27, it says, "For I created you in my own image." God said that to us. He created us in his own image. What do you have that you do not love? What God, Almighty God, Father, created you in his own image? Therefore, you're beautiful regardless of what anyone says. Period. Poo. You're beautiful. Keep telling yourself that. It's like, where does it? It's like affirmation. Like, the more you say something, the more it will like, the more it is. But at the same time, it's true already. You just have to keep saying it so that you know it, not just believe it, so that you know it, because you truly are beautiful, and I am beautiful. Okay. But yeah, that is it for today, guys. If you made it to the end, thank you. You're a real one. I love you. And God also loves you. He loves you even more than I do. That's better than my love. All I can say is I love you. But God's love is unconditional. He does what he says. He proves it so many different ways. Comment below what you've learned this 2020, what 2020 has taught you. Have a great day, guys. Stay blessed and beautiful. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. We have a few more days left of 2020, and yeah, see you guys in 2021. Bye.